Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode here on Milwaukee Beer Review. As always, I'm Josh.
I'm Ross.
And we have a From the Cellar episode for all of you today. We have not done a lot of these recently.
Nope.
And this is from a local brewery here in the Milwaukee area, Good City Brewing Company. Hashtag Seek the Good. This is their High Density from 2019. So I picked this up a couple of years ago during their annual density release, and they don't actually make bombers of this anymore.
Yeah.
This has been in the cellar for a couple of years, and then it was cellared by them a couple of years prior to that. So this is a 2019 version of their High Density. If you don't know much about their High Density, this is a bourbon barrel aged stout that is also aged in port wine barrels. So it's actually aged in port wine barrels for 3 months, and then it's aged in bourbon barrels for 6 months. So 9 months in 2 different barrels on this version of High Density. I remember this being a pretty good beer back in the day, but I don't know how this is going to live up 5 years later.
Yeah, and so for those who have actually followed us for a while now, Density was our first video we ever did.
It was.
We did their 2020 release way back when. We had the big fisheye lens and kind of just not really knowing what we were doing.
Don't go back and watch our first
Still
video
don't know what we're doing
on the channel.
So it's kind of got a nostalgia for us. We haven't done Good City in a while. It'll be interesting because we really liked it way back then. We really liked it. We really enjoyed it. We've tried so many good barrel-aged beers since, and we've found so many brewers we've never heard of now since. And so it'll be interesting kind of link back to this to see how does this hold up to what we know, and also understanding that this is also a 5-year-old beer.
Yep.
Has it aged? Has it gone bad? We have no idea. So
now my guess is Good City will be releasing their density beers again this year. It's usually late November, early December. I actually think it's like early to mid-December. So density release should happen again this year. They usually come out with some new stuff. I don't think they've released High Density recently, so this is kind of a unique one for the channel, and we're going to see how this thing held up over the course of the last 5 years. So welcome to From the Cellar. We're going to put a little nose on this port barrel and bourbon barrel aged version of Density.
okay, on the nose, it smells good.
It's got a nice barrel forward nose. It doesn't smell bad at all. I get a little bit of that port wine. I get more like barrel char, I think, kind of character on the nose.
Barrel char, that like dark chocolate fudginess to it than anything else.
Yeah, it smells sweet too. Yeah. So that could be a good or a bad thing, depending on where this goes.
Thick.
It does.
I give it a swirl and it clings to the glass.
It's very much coating the glass.
So
yeah, big time. This will be interesting. Should try this out.
Try it.
2019 High Density in 2024. Cheers. Ooh. That's actually really tasty.
I disagree. I think it starts off fine. I don't like that finish, though. So there's something with that finish I'm not enjoying.
Really?
Yeah.
I think this is really good. Like we don't drink a lot of port wine barreled aged
I think
beers on this channel.
It's only Good City that does it.
I am surprised by how much I like this. Like it's very sweet up front. It's port wine barrel forward. Like it's exceptionally sweet up front. But I feel like as it lingers on the palate, it kind of quickly turns more towards that traditional barrel-aged stout characteristic. Well, the port wine characteristics kind of continue to bleed through. It becomes more of a smoky barrel-forward stout out the back end of it. I'm actually really enjoying this, way more than I was expecting to.
So I'll say this: it's held up well. It's aged well. It doesn't taste like in the sense of where it's gone bad in any way, shape, or form. I don't get any sour notes or anything to it. So well done in that, I guess. That's one really first thing I want to bring up. I think it starts off really well. Good barrel. It's at least to me, it's a thick beer. It is high viscosity. It kind of coats your mouth and everything, very similar to what we're seeing in the glass. But for me, something on the back end, it's just kind of got like a mustiness to it in the back end, and I can't get past it right now. And that's what's kind of ruining it for me, because I do like the taste up front. I like the initial taste, but the back end palate for me is just, something's missing, something's off, and I'm having a hard time getting past it.
I feel like that's always there with density. Like, that note is always there. I'm actually blown away by how well this has held up over 5 years.
I agree. I don't think the muskiness is something that happened to it. I think it's something I'm just tasting.
I was expecting to not like this, and I was expecting most of the characteristics of this beer to disappear. I was wrong. To me, this is an excellent version of a barrel-aged stout that has been aged, and what can come of it if you do sit on it for a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. So 2019 high density port barrel bourbon barrel aged stout in 2024. Where are you going on Untappd?
See, to a lot of things you said, I want to give it a different score, because I do think it's held up well. I think they did a good job with this. I just can't get past whatever I am tasting at the back end of this.
I'm not getting any of that.
I'm going to be hard at 2.75.
Wow.
So it's just something's not right with it for me. But again, hell of a job with, at least I think, the initial characteristics coming out and everything. I think they did a good job with this one. I think it aged well. I can't get past the end palate of it.
2.75, you said?
Mm-hmm.
This is a 4 beer for me in 2024 still. This is excellent. I'm really enjoying this. Like I said, way more than I was expecting to. Good on Good City. To be fair, there has not been a lot of recent releases from Good City that I've been like a massive fan of.
Yeah.
We haven't seen them a lot on the channel. I love the brewery. We've been there. We just were there downtown when we were at the Bucks game that the Bulls won a couple of weeks ago. Screw you. And it was great. It was fine. Like, Good City's a good brewery. This is high class beer though from them, in my opinion. This is a 4 beer, flirting with a 4.25 even from me. So
interesting. Maybe one of the bigger beers we've ever disagreed on. So
yeah, high density here in 2024 from their 2019 release from Good City. Thanks for checking this out. Have you tried this? Do you still have this in your cellar? Let us know what you think about this beer in the comments. Check us out on the rest of our social media channels. We are on Facebook. We are on Instagram. We are on Untappd. We are on TikTok. We are also here on YouTube. So like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see all of you in the near future.
thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye.